looking like sold out MetLife Stadium where today the 16-0 and playoff-bound New York Giants are taking on the 0-16 Philadelphia Eagles. And why are the Philadelphia Eagles 0-16? Because they suck. Started the season last year 10-1. They ended up 11-6. Got smoked in the first round of the playoffs by 23 points. They think that Saquon Barkley is going to help them. Well, he ain't going to do jack, baby, because the Philadelphia Eagles suck. Yeah, how do you like them apples? Welcome to the Gridiron. Anybody out there? Anybody out there at all that's going to spend a little bit of time with me here this evening, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Or if anybody's going to spend any time watching the replays, well, Jersey guy, hey, Jersey guy's in the house. Anybody going to spend any time watching the replays? Once again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. Going to try to go about 30 minutes here tonight. Shoot my mouth off for about 30 minutes. Anybody got anything to say? Please feel free, fire away. Throw it in the chat box. Usually try to check on the chat box like, hey, it'd be 5 or 10 minutes or so. So as soon as I see something in there, I try to respond to it as fast as I can. So please feel free. Hey, Vinny G-Man. What's up, buddy? I haven't talked to you in a while. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, we got lots to talk about here. Huh? Before we get started, if anybody wants up, so let me move the chair. My buddy Randy's going to come in here for a second. Oh, there he comes. Okay. All right, Randy's here. Okay, we can continue. Before we get started, if anybody wants to help support my channel out, it would mean the absolute world to me. In the description box, very top link in the description box, takes you to my membership page. I got 3 different membership levels. The first one's called the Saquon. Second one, guys, called the Lawrence Taylor. And the third membership level I got is called the Gridiron. Each one's got their own little perks to them. So if you want to help support my channel out, it would mean so much to me. And I thank you in advance. Thank you. If you are subscribed to my channel, once again, thank you. I can use all the support I can get, guys. But if not, go down below. Please hit the subscribe button. Hit that bell icon. That way next time I go live or if I put a video out, you'll be notified. It's free of charge. What do you got to lose, right? But if you are subscribed to my channel, thank you. Maybe give this video a thumbs up or share it. That would be freaking awesome. And then finally, also a little ways down in the description box, there's 2 additional links. The top one's a Facebook link. I'll go over that in just a second. The one underneath it, it's a Twitter link. It's always been Twitter. I'm an old-time fart. Get off my lawn. I'm one of them old-time farts, right? I hate change, right? It's a Twitter link. It's always been Twitter. It'll be Twitter today. It'll be Twitter tomorrow. It'll be Twitter 3 trillion years from now where I'm long gone. It's Twitter. If you follow me on my Twitter, I'll follow you back. That's an absolute promise. I put Giants-related stuff in there every day. And then the link just above it takes you to my Facebook group. It's called the New York Giants, the Gridiron. My Facebook group. We have over 7,900 members in the group. It's doing simply marvelous, might I add. Basically, if I'm alive and breathing, if I have internet access, I'm putting stuff in this group darn near 365. And not only do I put stuff in this group, but members post stuff in this group as well. So between me and the members, there's a ton of New York Giants information going in this group every day. It's called the New York Giants, the Gridiron. It's my Facebook group. Please join it. You won't be dissatisfied. And I'll tell you what, speaking of stuff, man, we got, woo, man, it was like Christmas going on, wasn't it? Oh, man. What do we got? The X-Man, was it 17 million he got? I mean, good for these guys. Yeah. I mean, but that's like with Xavier. I mean, that was like, I want to be appreciated. Basically, it was just show me the money. I mean, if there was a team in Russia that was going to pay him 25 million a year, that's where he was going. If there was a team in Afghanistan, like in the middle of a war zone or something, whatever, that was going to pay him 30 million a year, that's where he was going. That's where he was being appreciated. Basically, that's all it sounded like with him. Just show me the money. Show me, I want to be appreciated. So, and I guess the Green Bay Packers, at least he's going to a good team, right? What do you do about adding pieces to the Bowen new defensive scheme? No hybrid. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I mean, I was like, yeah, I saw the contract. I was like, holy crap. So what do you think Kayvon's going to want? Oh my God. Wow. I mean, because now, the thing is, because they're going to overlap. I mean, we got Sexy. I don't forgot what the deal was, but we got Sexy, right? Then you got Burns, right? And then Kayvon. This will be what, year 3. So, I mean, they'll probably pick up the 5th-year option on Kayvon. But, I mean, it might be a year there where we have Kayvon want, 30, 35. Burns got 30. Sexy's 25. I mean, holy cow. Wow. Yeah, 0. Well, I can tell you. What do we? Darren. I mean, I love you, baby. Nice guy and all that stuff and blah 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 and all. But Darren, what's going on? The football season's, and I understand. It's not the easiest thing, but you got to help a brother out here. I mean, Shane's. What are we doing? I mean, I don't know. If Shane was going to be looking in free agency to add to the tight end room, or maybe that's something you can also add to in the draft as well too. But I mean, Waller's got to make up his mind somewhere along the line. But I do like the Singletary. I mean, that's very, 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 very good. And that also leads me into my first point here. Good old Saquon. Absolutely freaking pathetic to me. I mean, just somebody who's just basically been kicking your butt up and down the field, all that, and you want him, you join them, really. Yeah, it basically just goes to show you. It's all about them. And I'm not saying he's supposed to go to the Giants, and the Giants wanted to offer him $6 million a season, so he's supposed to go. Man, I mean, that's really sad. I mean, if he went to the Cowboys or the Eagles, I mean, that's just, man, absolutely freaking pathetic. Oh, yeah, I've seen a bunch of guys like on one of them I saw it was in the Facebook group. It wasn't my Facebook group, it was somebody else's Facebook group. They saw him throw his jersey in. It was like an outside, like a little fire pit. And it was a little fire going on, and he threw the jersey in there and he's putting lighter fluid on it and everything like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I can't say he's public enemy number 1 now, but I mean that's just wrong. I mean, I really think it just goes to show you. I mean, it's just like, yeah, just all about the money. It's really, really sad. Good stable offensive, perfect placement. Yeah, well, I mean, also he was there with, right? Let's see, because he was with the Texans. Where are we at here? I mean, last season he was with the Texans, but 2022, 21, 20, and 19, he was with Buffalo. Right? So 19, 20, 21, those 3 seasons he was with Buffalo. He was with Buffalo, he was with Dable, and he was with Shane. Now, the thing I like about him is that if you look here, okay, with Singletary, 2020, he played in all 16 games. 2021, he played in 17 games. 2022, he played in 16 games. 2023, he played in 17 games, according to Pro Football Reference here. So, I mean, his first season, 2019, he played in 12 games. Now, I don't know if he got injured or something. He started in 8. He played in 12. But, his yards per carry is more than Saquon. He averaged 4.6 yards per carry. Saquon only averages 4.3 yards per carry over his career. Now, to be fair, also, you also have to, admit, the Bills probably have a better offensive line, and they have a better offense. Everything's all relative. If you got Josh Allen and you got good receivers, that opens up the run game, all that stuff and everything. But Singletary, put blue tape on the back. Well, I saw somebody do that too. There was a picture. Somebody laid down the jersey, the 26 jersey, and they put a piece of tape on it and just said Singletary on it. Works for me. Right? Works for me. But I mean, it's like if you look, I mean, where are we at here? I gotta find it here. Oh, here it is. Okay, Singletary. Now they get 3 years, $16.5 million. So basically $5.5 million a season. The deal can escalate to 19.5 a season. I don't know what the what he has to do. Maybe he has to gain 1,000 yards to get a little bonus, or if he has to be on the roster all the games and whatever. But it could be worth up to $19.5 million. Barkley, I mean, he got the 3-year deal, $37 $0.75 million. So basically, they paid $21 million more for Saquon Barkley. They paid $7 million more a season for a guy. He has 300 more carries on him, okay, than Singletary does. But his deal can be reportedly escalate to 46.75. Now, once again, it says that it doesn't say exactly what the, if he gets 1,000 yards, if they make the playoffs, what the bonuses are or whatever like that. But I mean, his deal could be worth up to like 15 and a half, almost $16 million a season for Saquon. I mean, it's like, but then again, that's Howie Roseman. Hey, I'm Howie. Yeah, look at me. I'm a big guy. I'm Harry. He just tries to go in and, he brings in Julio Jones. Look at me. I'm McKean. I brought Julio Jones last year. It was so great. I'm McKean, right? I brought a Saquon Barkley, McKean, right? Okay, whatever. That's Howie Roseman. That's what he does. He pretty much overpaid for Saquon. Could be worth almost $16 million a season. I think they guaranteed wasn't quite $9 a season for him. So, but I mean, if Saquon stays healthy, he's paying him quite a bit of money. Now, the thing is, if you look, right, if you go back and look, I mean, I've seen this a bunch of times, this graph or a chart or whatever you want to call it. You go over like the past, whatever you want to say, the last 15 Super Bowl champions, the ones who won the Super Bowl, right? You look at how much they paid their running backs. Now, to be fair, 3 of those Super Bowls were won by Mahomes. 37 of those Super Bowls were won by Tom Brady. So I get it. But, I mean, you look at it. I mean, the amount of money that the winning Super Bowl team, their running backs get paid is not a lot of money. Not a lot of money. So, I mean, I don't wish anybody to get injured. I don't wish Saquon. I hope he plays all 17 games and all that. But I hope they lose every game. I hope they lose every preseason game. I hope they lose everything. I mean, I just that's really just. Ugh. Can't believe that got Huff also, but we got Barnes. Yeah. But see, the thing is with Bryce Huff, I mean, he's a good pass rusher. I think I saw he played like 45% of the snaps or something. I mean, you're not going to get much in the run game from him. He's like whatever it's third and 74. All right, Huff, go in there and get him, baby. Sack that quarterback. He might go in there and sack the quarterback, but I mean, he's not like you pay somebody a lot of money. It's like I mean, it's Ngakoue. Right? He'll get you 10, 12 sacks, whatever is a year, but is he going to tackle a running back or, can we set an edge or anything? So once again, that's Howie, right? Let me go after the big time or the big names and then bring somebody in and, so whatever. Do you like, well, the one thing is that, with the Runyon thing is that you look at his, PFF. I'm never going to sit here and say, well, I'll tell you what, I broke down Runyon's tape, every snap he's taken since he was 2 years old. I've sat there, I've diagnosed it. I spent 7 hours looking at each play, his footwork, his handwork, everything. I ain't never going to do that. That's why I go to PFF, right? They give me a reasonable evaluation of what he does. I mean, you look at some, like here, I have it pulled up. Where else? Yeah, where's John Runyon? Here we go. This past season, he graded out at a 56. Run blocking 53, pass blocking 62. Now, if you go back the year before that, he graded out a 62.6. Okay. The year before that, he graded out a 64.6. 2022, his pass blocking was a 77, according to PFF. 2021, his pass blocking was a 72. His run blocking's a little on the weak side. But the one thing is that, Shane's not going out there and just bringing this guy in and saying, hey, Carmen Basillo, look, hey, this I brought him Runyon. We just got him. What do you think? And Basillo's like, nah, man, I don't want. I mean, they're talking. You know what I mean? I mean, if Shane's spending $10 million a season on a guard. When was the last time we spent $10 million? Was it Zeitler maybe? I don't know. When was the last time we spent $10 million on a guard for a season? Have we ever spent $10 million on a guard for a season? Brasillo better, better see something in him. Right? I mean, the guy is not horrible. And I think if you look, what the hell was it? Now, was it him or hold on? Maybe it was Illuminor I was looking at. But I mean, his number, they're not super, super horrible. Where are we at here? Runyon Jr. Here we go. I know I saw some stats here. His pass rush win rate was 94.2. Oh, he played 925 snaps at right guard for the Packers. He's 26 years old. He'll be the immediate starter. Probably, I guess, at left guard. I'm guessing. I mean, because we're not allowing only 2 sacks and 6 quarterback hits and 568 pass block snaps, according to Pro Football Focus. So I guess he could be either guard. But the thing, as I said, the thing is, that's why we got Brasillo in here, right? It's kind of like, what do you think about this guy? And Brasillo's putting his 2 cents in there. If he thinks, he can work with them, okay. It's just that I hope. I mean, because $10 million a season, that's, it's a bit crazy. And Jeff fans, the O-line will improve under. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? So, I mean, as I said, they're not like, it's not like what Jerry Jones did, right? With Trey Lance. Like he just went out and traded for the guy. And now he has Trey Lance, and he's like, "Oh, hey, coach, here's I just got McCarthy. I just got Trey Lance for you." And McCarthy's like, "What'd you do that for?" You know what I mean? Did you talk to me? Did you talk to anybody about? Oh no, I just went out and got him. I mean that's Jerry Jones for you, Mo Ron. But I'm saying with Shane, and that's why we brought Brasillo in there. He did some very nice things with the Raiders' offensive line last season, and once again, I don't know. Was it Mara said? I think maybe Mara might have said it somewhere along the line. I don't want to be big spenders on day one. And we did some spending day one. I don't know. Let's see here. Does it say what we got for Luminor? Let's see here. Luminor received a 2-year contract, 14. Okay, so Runyon's $10 million a season, Illuminor is $17 a season, right? And then you figure Burns is $30 million a season. Holy cow! So we spent almost $50 million a season for 3 guys. I mean, that's I hope this stuff works out, boy. I hope it works out. But the nice thing about with Illuminor, okay, is he was with Brasillo last season, and I'll tell you what, he really did really nice last season. I got to pop his thing up here. Okay. Luminor last season. So he's 29. Okay. So he's not 24, 25 or something like that. So that's why we only got him for 2 seasons. I don't know if he'll be a torch holder or not or whatever. But, last season he played left tackle and right tackle, right? He graded out a 68.5. Not bad. 71.5 run blocking grade, 64.4 pass blocking grade. But the year before that, 2022, he graded 940 snaps. He graded a 75.3, 75.7 run blocking grade, and a 76.1 pass blocking grade. So now his first 5 seasons, Illuminor, 1, 2, 3, first 5 seasons, he played in about 1,000 snaps. So he was used sparingly, right? His 6th season, 2022, he played 940 snaps. All right. As I said, he graded out a 75.3. He took a little bit of a dip, but still, he graded a 68.5 overall. According to Pro Football Focus, right? He gave up 28 pressures this past season, the whole season long. 28 pressures. One game he gave up 7 against the Chargers. I guess that might have been against Bosa, maybe. Maybe Bosa ripped him a new rear end, maybe, right? What did he do against the Chargers? Chargers the second game, he gave up 2. So, I mean, one of the games he gave up 7 pressures, right? So you figure all the other games he gave up 21 pressures the rest of the season. So, I mean, once again, I mean, you know, we brought him in. We're not bringing in, you know, Andrew Tom. We're not paying him $25, $30 million a year. We're only paying him $7 million a season, right? So you're going to get what you want. But the thing is also here is that this season, I said he played left tackle and right tackle. 2022, he played right tackle, he played right guard, he played left tackle. Well, say right guard. He only played 1 game at right guard in 2022, but he played 3 different positions in 2022. Once again, flexibility. 2021, he played right guard. 2020, he played right tackle, left tackle. That is Illuminor. 2019, he played left guard, right tackle, left tackle. Okay, so he's played all 4 interior positions. 2018, left tackle, left guard, right? So, you know, he a lot of flexibility, though, right? So now the nice thing is, okay, is that, you know, be interesting to see, you know, did we pay $7 million a season for a swing tackle, or is he, you know, we putting him in at guard, or we putting, or we're saying, okay, Illuminor, Evan Neal, there's the right tackle position. Battle it out, brothers. Whoever's right, whoever wins, you're the right tackle. Whoever loses, you're the right guard. I mean, so I'll have to say. But as I said, the one thing is with Brasillo is he's going to want flexibility. Whoever comes in, unless you're Andrew Thomas, you know, maybe John Michael Schmitz, maybe he might have Schmitz maybe play a one of the guards, maybe a little bit, you know, to give him a little bit of flexibility in there. But a lot of the other guys are going to have to play multiple positions. So it's going to be very interesting to see what we do with Evan Neal, right? What we got here? Shane Dale will do heavy playing going forward. Oh, yeah. If we draft Penix, right tackle becomes very important, being he's a lefty. Well, the one nice thing, too, is also, well, it goes both ways. It used to be, right, the left tackle, no matter, I mean, that was the back's blind side. You're looking this way, right? That's, you know, I mean, but nowadays it's like, you put Micah Parsons, whoever it is. All right, who's the weakest guy on the offensive line, right? Is it the right tackle or is it the left tackle? Well, Andrew Thomas is pretty good, so we're going to take our best guy and we're putting him over there on Evan Neal. Yeah, so, but with Penix, oh yeah, especially Michael, I get injured all the time. Penix, who was a good quarterback, throws a good ball and all this stuff, but his injuries can be a little, I don't know. I think from what I understand, I guess that at the combine, everything, the medicals seem to work out and all and everything. But just the fact that I think 3 or 4 seasons, he ended his seasons on injuries and all and everything. Ooh. But then we also have to remember is that our second round pick we don't have, and I think our 5th round pick we don't have either. I heard somebody saying that our 5th round pick might be next year's pick, but I don't know. But one of our second round picks we don't, because of Burns, we don't have anymore. So we got picked 6 and whatever our second round pick is, our second round pick is. Do we go quarterback at 6? I don't know. That's going to be another one of those things, right? Is it me or does Penix remind me of Snake Stabler? No, hey, I'll tell you what, hard to go wrong there. We got Snake. He was good. Yeah. Of course, Snake was also behind one of the better offensive lines in football too, and all of that, And he had some good Branch throwing it to Blitnikoff and Casper. So I mean, the 71 Raiders are the only team in NFL history. And of course, it happened to be that season they didn't even make the playoffs. But 71 is that they had 5 Hall of Fame offensive linemen, right? They had Shell, they had Upshaw, they had Otto, they had Ron Mix, who came over from the Chargers, and Bob Brown. They had 5 Hall of Fame offensive linemen. They didn't start all the time. I think they might have played in one game or something like, because I think Ron Mix was like a backup or something like that, because he was at the end of his career and all of that. But I think there might have been 1 or so games that maybe all 5 of those guys were on the field at the same time. 5 Hall of Fame offensive linemen on the field at one time. That's pretty freaky. And in 71, they didn't even make the playoffs. Go figure. Right? Can't disagree. It's a safer pick than going with a quarterback outside the top 3. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I mean, that's the one nice thing. If we can get, if we can get our dog. I said, unless that they, like, say, if Harrison's probably going to go, I can see Harrison going to the Cardinals. I mean, you got Kyler Murray there. I mean, giving that dude Harrison Jr., man, that seems like a match made in heaven. Then the thing is like, what happens with the Chargers? Does somebody want to jump the Giants? Well, it won't be the Falcons, right? It's going to cost quite a bit, like the Vikings or the Broncos or the Raiders to jump from 12 or 13 all the way to number 5. Plus, also, and another thing too, if that's the Chargers and the Broncos are calling the Chargers, or the Raiders are, do you want to let another team jump up with you to draft a quarterback that might kick your butt for the next 10 or 15 years, whatever? That might be a bit tough. But what are the Chargers going to do at 5? Now, if you got Harbaugh there, he doesn't like throwing the ball. He likes, what's he like doing? He likes handing that ball off. So would he draft Alt, or maybe one of those offensive linemen, especially if it's going to help keep Herbert standing up, right? So if the 3 quarterbacks go 1, 2, 3, now especially that Mac Daddy Jones got traded away, he's no longer a Patriot, so maybe the Patriots might need a quarterback. If Harrison Jr. goes 4, maybe if the Chargers, maybe take an offensive lineman at 5, so then the Giants might have their pick between Neighbors and Odunze. That would be pretty cool. I keep saying in my videos, like each year, you notice in each year, right? 2 years ago, we brought in Robinson, right? Last year, we brought in Hyatt. Maybe this year we get Odunze or Neighbors. Or, each year we keep adding little pieces to the puzzle, right? A couple of years ago, we drafted Neal. Last year, we got Michael Schmitz. This year, we brought in, Illuminor and Runyon, right? So we're adding little pieces to the offensive line. And I said, I think if Priscilla, especially he knows Illuminor, right? So he's got that, he's got that bond with him. So he knows what he has with him, right? As I said, with Runyon, I think if he thought he stunk that bad, I said, spent $10 million on a guard. That's, like Benny said, wide receiver makes sense. Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing. What do you take the 4th quarterback off the board at 6? It's like, man, I don't know. Is McCarthy that good? But now the thing is now, the Giants don't have their first, second round pick. They have, is Bo Nix or Penix going to last until when is that, 47 or whatever that is? One of those guys. Or we might have to take the Rattle Man in the 3rd round or something like that. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah. 39. I don't love McCarthy. It seems like some people, it's like McCarthy's like going up the board, right? He's like kind of shooting up the board, but some people still aren't really sold on him at all. I haven't watched a lot of his tape at all or anything like that. So I can't really say either way. But taking the 4th quarterback at number 6, that's a bit of a gamble. You kind of know what you got with like Neighbors or Odunze, right? You kind of know there. Plus, if you can put one of those guys in there, man, that'd be fantastic. Man, that would be really, really good. Man, that'd be fantastic. I would absolutely love it. The offense at Michigan was nah. No, not at all. Especially, that's what Harbaugh, that's his, I remember when he was with the 49ers, he'd have like all kinds of funky offensive lines. I think one of his, if I'm not mistaken, one of his offensive line when he was with San Francisco, I think he had the center. I think he maybe had the guard and the tackle. And then on the other side, he had a guard, a tackle. I think he had 3 tight ends on one side, all lined up, right? I mean, it was the run formation. So he had the center, and he had like 5 blockers on the one side. I mean, just crazy, offensive line formations just to run the ball. Yeah, so he likes running the ball, right? He never, so. But I'll tell you what, I mean, I hope these guys paint. I mean, I'm excited about Barnes, but I mean, didn't have absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it was 2 years ago. Where are we at here? I got to find him. Brian Burns. There we go. 2 years ago, he had 12.5 sacks. This is according to Pro Football Reference. Last season, he had 8. But the one thing I do like is, 2019, his rookie season, he played in 16 games. 2020, he played in 15 games. So he missed a game. 2021, he played in 17 games. 2022, he played in 16. Last year, he played in 16. So, I mean, he's not been injured. He had 8 sacks past season. He had 12.5 the year before. He had 9. Then he had 9 in his rookie season. He played 16 games. He only started in 5 games his rookie season, had 7.5 sacks. So, but I'll tell you what, man, where we at? I mean, it's a big. I mean, I almost like I couldn't believe it. Giants trade Panthers for Brian Burns, agreed to a 5-year, $150 million deal, $30 million a season. Holy, I mean, can you imagine what Kayvon's going to want? So the Giants acquiring pass rusher Brian Burns from Carolina, NFL Network. Ian Rappaport and Mike Garafolo reported on Monday. The Giants also did not waste a second to give Burns a new contract, a 5-year deal worth a maximum $150, $87.5 million guaranteed. Panthers who used their franchise, and that is the thing too. I mean, they took a little bit of a bath on this. They used the franchise tag on Burns. Basically, it was like I guess a placeholder. I guess a tag and trade opportunity. I guess, right. So they'll receive a 2nd and a 5th round selection. They're going to receive the Giants pick number 39 and number 141. I thought the Giants had picked 140, but so apparently they got the Giants pick 39 and their 5th round pick this year. Let's see. It clears $24 million in cap room for the Panthers. Giants wanted to add to their pass rush, needing a bookend for Kayvon, who broke out last season. He played in all 17 games. But Azeez Ojulari, now, I mean, I don't know if the Giants are going to bring him back after this season when his rookie deal is up or not. But yeah, he was kind of like MIA last season, Azeez. Let's see. Burns, who turned 26 years old in April, was on the trade market a year ago for a higher price tag. But I think they had some offers for him, but they turned it down. So instead, now they're settling for a 2nd and a 5th. But it says the Panthers turned down offers for him. His production dropped off a bit, but Burns still led the team in sacks with 8 for a 2nd straight season. He added 18 quarterback hits, 16 tackles for loss, 2 passes defensed, a forced fumble, and a partridge in a pear tree. Let's see, the Panthers resisted giving Burns a long-term deal. He played last season on his 5th-year option, sitting out a few preseason practice trying to leverage a new deal, but it never arrived. The 16th overall pick in the 2019 NFL draft has 46 sacks, 95 quarterback hits, 59 tackles for loss, 8 forced fumbles, 2 recovers, 1 for a touchdown in 80 career games. He's never missed more than 1 game in each of his 5 seasons. So durability, that's huge. That's huge. I mean, because nothing more. I mean, obviously, there's no guarantee the guy's going to be, healthy all the time. But he's played 5 seasons. He's never missed more than 1 game in any of those seasons. So durability, that's huge. I mean, paying a guy $30 million and he tears his Achilles or something like it, whatever, in game number 3 of the year. So, but now, still could use an upgraded defensive tackle, but right. I mean, now we got our 2 bookends. So if an offense is going to slide the offensive line, help one way or the other, you got to kind of pick your poison. You have Sexy Dexy coming up the middle, and you have two very good at me. So you look at between the two. You figure basically last season between Kayvon and Burns, there was 20 sacks between the two of them. That's pretty good. It might go up. Now, if you got two guys, it's like pick your poison. So they might get even more than that. But if I tell you what, if their two salaries ever overlap, I mean, what Kayvon's going to get paid and with Burns, I mean, you're looking at like, I don't know, what the hell you'd be looking at, $60, $70 million a season for the two guys. Whew. What about Mike Linebackers? New base 3-4. Oh, I can't see this here. Made you perfect replacement for that other. Oh, huh. One more important thing: Singletary plays and isn't injury prone. Oh yeah, no, I know he's hardly missed any time at all. Singletary, unlike Saquon. Yeah, I mean Singletary. I think the past 4 seasons he's missed one game. 2020 he played in all 16. 2021 he played in all 17. 2022 he played in all. He played in 16 out of 17 in 2020. So he missed one game in 2022. Last season he played in 17. So he's very durable. He's averaged 4.6 yards a carry over his career. I mean, he catches passes out of the back. He has 175 receptions in 5 years. Right? Saquon has more than that. I think Saquon has 288. Yeah, Saquon has 288 in 6 seasons. But Saquon's rookie season, he had 91 receptions. So he had a boatload his rookie season. But as we know, Saquon does have a tendency to miss some time. 2022, Saquon only missed, it looks like, one game. Last season, he missed 3. 2021, he missed a few. 2020, that's when he got injured against the Bears in the second week of the season. Right? 2019, he missed 3 games. So he gets injured. He certainly gets injured. But and then we brought Gunnar Olszewski back. That's cool because he really helped solidify our return game, especially the punt return game. I mean, it was no more putting Sterling Shepard back there or Eric Gray back there. And then I guess I'm really happy we brought Gunnar Olszewski back. And then we got Carter Coughlin. We brought him back too. And the new Azeez Ojulari and Ward slide to outside linebacker. Well, we're going to have to wait and see. I'm interested to say it. I mean, we got maybe the front 4. That's a good point. Where are the other? I mean, it's going to, because it seems like Bowen might want like 4 guys because he gets pressure with the 4, good run defense. Then you got how many guys does he have in the secondary? We got 3 cornerbacks and 2 safeties. So I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see. I mean, because we got Micah McFadden. Where's he going to play? Right. And of course, Karakay's got to be out there. That's for sure. So, we certainly have some questions there. That's for darn sure. But we brought Carter Coughlin back. Just he's some depth for a linebacker position, but he's very, very good on special teams. He did very good last season for the Giants on special teams, so that's huge. We got Juan Sam will be a factor again in this game. Oh yeah, yep. I mean, because with Bowen, he's you're going to get like good. I think good in the red zone. You're going to get pressure. Pretty much, he tries to get pressure from the rushers from the front 4. Right, he tries to get pressure. As where with Wink Martindale, you didn't know who was coming and going. You pretty much knew Sexy Dexy was rushing, but sometimes you got Kayvon dropping in the pass protection. You don't know who's coming, who's going. Is the safety, the guy in the box, the safety in the box, is he blitzing? Is he dropping back? You don't know what's going on. That's what Wink works out well for him. But with Bowen, it seems like he likes to get pressure with the front guys, right? I said the run defense is going to be really good. Should be really good. Good will be very good in the red zone. The it might be a little bit. The pass coverage might. We'll have to wait and see. Not as aggressive as Wink. No, between the 20. I don't know if it's going to be like a Patrick Graham kind of thing where Patrick Graham, he like have the guys dropping coverage, keep everything in front of you, let the guy complete a pass, you run up, you make the tackle. Now it's 2nd and 3. You drop back in coverage, let the guy complete another 5-yard pass, you tackle him. Now it's 1st down. Seemed like with Patrick Graham, it was kind of like, can they put a 14-play drive together all the way down the field? If they can go 5 yards, 6 yards, 3 yards, 7 yards, 8 yards, they can do that all the way down the field for 14 or 15 plays. God bless them, right? But we're going to try to keep stuff in front of us, nothing maybe over our heads. But what I'm saying, try to put a 14 or 15 play drive. You get one flag, maybe a 10-yard holding call that might derail a drive. If you can get one sack, that might derail a drive. If you throw an incomplete pass, that might derail a drive. But a lot of things was like with Graham was kind of like keep everything in front of you, right? And that's why like the 1 year Xavier McKinney did really, really well because like he with Graham he had him like maybe in midfield or center fielder or whatever, keeping stuff in front of him, maybe watching the quarterback's eyes and stuff, like the one against Derek Carr when he jumped that pattern, picked the pass off and ran it back for a touchdown, But with Wink, everything was like man to man because we got guys coming and going, guys are dropping on. If you're blitzing, if you got 5 guys or 6 guys blitzing, on the pass rush, you can't run zone defense with like 5 guys. It's kind of, it makes it kind of tough. So you got all a lot of man to man. But I'm happy to Wink drama. Bill Johnson is in Washington. How are you on O-line after get a job? Vinny, we cleared a lot of. Oh yeah, Bobby Johnson. My God. And they're saying then somebody else picks him up. It's like, are you kidding me? We just gave up 85 sacks in a season. It's like, did you watch any? It's like, oh my God, holy cow! And a lot of it too is it's like I listen to Patty Trainer and stuff like that. A lot of people talking, follow the Giant. It's just like it's in the beginning of the season, the end of the season. It's like Do we even know what a stunt was or a twist or anything? Like guys would be dropping back, trying to pass block, and guys would be like running around them. And it was like, oh, was I supposed to get that? Was that you? Was that me? What was that a stunt? What was that? Do we do film work on that? What's going on? Why did that guy run around me? What's going on? It's like it's like some of the guys had no idea what they were doing. Oh my God. Oh, Madeline. Oh, well, a lot of guys watch Madeline just because it's Madeline. Yeah. Yeah, but Big Blue Kickoff Live, they talk about that, right? See, but on Big Blue Kickoff Live, they work for the Giants, so they don't talk quite as bad about the Giants as some other, like Patty Trainer, she covers the Giants, And but she'll talk bad about them a little bit more than like the people on Big Blue Kickoff Live would, But it's like, my God, that was absolutely horrible. Her and Micah, Michelle. Michelle? Who is she? She covered the Giants? Michelle Margot. OSNY. Okay. Oh. No, I'm not familiar with who that is. Yeah. I know Madeline Burke because sometimes she's on Big Blue Kickoff Live. Well, what a babe. Did she cover the Giants? Oh, no? Oh, okay. All right. Oh, the Mets. Oh, okay. Well, that's my team, the Mets. Maybe one of these years they'll have their where they spend their salary. What is it up to $9 trillion? I think this season. Maybe they'll have a winning record. Maybe I'm asking for too much. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think their salary this season is all the other baseball teams combined. That's what the Mets spent this season on their team. And yeah, maybe we can be 500 this year. I don't know. Call me crazy. Yeah. So, I mean, I love that they're willing to spend money, but, it's nice to see, you want to see a little return on your investment there and everything, but it is what it is. But let's say Carter Coughlin, Gunnar Olszewski, Illuminor, right? Runyon, Burns, and Singletary. So kind of makes you wonder, because the Giants only had about $40 million, somewhere around that, going in. So it kind of makes you wonder, I mean, they got to, in the background, they got to be doing something. They have to be, maybe Andrew Thomas, maybe a K, and maybe Sexy Dexy, maybe redoing some of those guys' contracts and all. They're trying to free up some extra money. I don't know what they didn't come out with the details, like Runyon's getting $10 million a season, but is he making $10 million this season? Is that what his cap hit's going to be, $10 million this season? Or is it going to be, they give him a signing bonus and his cap hit might be like $6 million this season? With Burns, he's making $30 million a season. Is his cap hit $30 million this season? I kind of doubt that, Yankees, I mean, especially because between Illuminor, Burns, and Runyon, they just spent $47 million a season. And we only had like $40 million or so going into free agency. So, so Shane's got to be doing something on the back end, especially if you figure we have to wind up signing our draft class. And pick 6 alone is going to cost like $7 or $8 million, somewhere around there. So he's got to do something. Now it's going to be interesting to see, obviously, as the free agency frenzy kind of starts calming down a little bit. I'm kind of shocked that we're able to, spend as much as we did in the first day. We drafted running back in the first 3 rounds. Well, we could, Now I'm just hearing stuff I hear is that, running backs, maybe a 3rd round and maybe on 3rd and 4th round, maybe, for a running back. Just what I'm hearing is there's going to be like no running back in the 1st round being taken. There may not be somebody in the 2nd round being taken. But I think the Giants have, especially we got Corbin, we got Gray, we got Brightwell, right? And then we got Singletary, right? So we don't need a running back. We could use, if they wanted to draft somebody, they think there's somebody there to take, go for it. But we certainly have some other depth issues that we need to address. Now I'm interested to say, well, we're going to do a cornerback, right? Are they going to try to rock and roll with Pinnock and Belton and maybe Javarius Owens or so at safety? We could use a defensive tackle. I tell you what, boy, if we can get a stud defensive tackle, maybe in the 2nd round or something like that, man, that would be a nice front wall. Whew, man, that would be nice. Really, really nice. And that would really help the Bowen, that his defense a lot. But I would really like to get a wide receiver in round 1. Take one of those wide receivers. That would be fantastic. Then, of course, what are we going to do with quarterback, right? I forgot where. I thought it looked like Tyrod Taylor was signing with somebody else. I thought I saw that. I can't remember. There's so many guys going left and right. It's just like freaking crazy. But I think Tyrod was signing with somebody else. Draft the safety, plenty of good ones. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. Hey, we can draft the safety, in the 2nd round. We've drafted safeties in the 2nd round before. I don't know, who's going to be there first if they wanted to do that, right? Or maybe you can take one in the 3rd round, give yourself some depth at safety. 3-man D line. Well, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to, Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, are we doing? We got three in a D, and then we got Kayvon and Burns, and then we got Micah and Bobby Okereke. So we got the 3-2, or we got or we got the 3 defensive line, And then we got, one of those three defensive linemen is going to be like a Kayvon. And we got Burns, and then, because it's not the way, a lot of times I think I'm going back to the 70s. You got a 4-man front, you got 3 linebackers, you got 2 safeties, and you got two cornerbacks. It's not like that no more. You got 3 cornerbacks, you got 2 safeties. Sometimes you got 3 safeties and 3 cornerbacks. If you got like a, 3rd down and 9 or whatever, you might have 6 defensive backs on the field. Kayvon looks better with his hand in the dirt coming off the line. Well, he could be one, they might wind up doing that. Have the guy, have him, instead of dropping back in coverage, keep rushing the passer. Either that or, if it's a run play the run. But if not, you're rushing the quarterback. Right. So it's interesting to see how Bowen's going to employ his or deploy his players. How many linebackers are going to be on the field? What's his front wall going to look like? Hybrid defense. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's I'm sure it's probably never ever going to go back to 2 defensive ends, 2 defensive tackles, 1 middle linebacker, 2 outside linebackers, 2 cornerbacks, 2 safeties. If you ever want to see that, you have to put on the 1970s tape or something. That's yeah. Bowen seems more throwback. Yeah. Oh yeah, especially then they're like Wink. Oh, absolutely. What's the deal with Simmons? Yeah, I know. I haven't heard nothing of that either. Haven't heard nothing. I'll tell you, I don't know. It was according to Spot Track. Now, I'd have a hard time. Was it Spot Track? Let me New York Giants salary cap. This is I always do Spot Track here, because I can read their stuff a little bit better. They got Isaiah Simmons at $16.5 million a season. Calculated market values. Isaiah Simmons, $16.5 million a season. I don't know anybody's going to pay him $16.5 million a season. That's crazy. They got, there it is. Isaiah Simmons, 4 years, $66 million. The guy hasn't really done anything to earn $16.5 million a season. I'd love to have him back, but I don't know if they can afford $16.5 million a season. The thing is what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to go to, Bowen. It's like, if we bring back Isaiah Simmons, he's going to want this and this and this, but what's the percentage of plays he's going to be on the field? He's like, well, yeah, I'd love to have Simmons back. Yeah, but he's only going to be on the field for about 40% of the snaps. And it's like, we're not paying the guy $12, $13 million or whatever it is. See if he's only going to play, 40% of the snaps. So I haven't heard nothing at all. Nothing at all about him. Me too. But I said, that's what Spot Track has. It's really $16.5 million a season for Isaiah Simmons. I don't know who's going to pay that. He really hasn't found much of a role in any of the Giants last year. He didn't play a ton. The Cardinals, they gave up on him. They gave up on it for a 7th-round pick. So we got Chase Young is interesting. Oh, yeah, Chase Young. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I saw with him where it might be like a prove it 1-year deal. So if somebody were to bring him, I don't know if he was going to go back to the 49ers or whatever, it might be like a 1-year deal, prove it 1-year deal, for him. But with him, sometimes he gets injured too. At least with Burns, the guy seems to stay healthy. That's very, very important. That's one thing with Kayvon. You figure Kayvon at the first, was it against the Bengals, that preseason game, the one guy apparently was a legal block, came in low on him and hit him in the knee or whatever like that. And Kayvon, I don't know if he missed a couple games or whatever it was because of his knee, I think it was, in that preseason game. But other than that, he's been relatively healthy. We're lucky there. Sexy Dexy's been relatively healthy over his whole career, right? Burns has been relatively healthy. Kayvon's been relatively, that's good. Karake, right? So we've had a lot of guys, we got some guys. That's good. That's really, really good. But yeah, as I say, with Isaiah Simmons, I haven't heard nothing at all about that. Yeah. But then again, I just keep checking. Because I didn't hear anything at all about Gunnar Olszewski, and all of a sudden, boom, we signed him. And I thought we were letting Carter Coughlin go after last season. I didn't think we were bringing him back. But it's good because he's very good in special teams, which is something we need. He's certainly not the most Carter Coughlin. That's not the most dynamic defensive player that we're going to have, but he did very well last season on special teams, so that's really, really good. But but I'm really surprised we spent so much money on almost 50. I guess if you figure between a Gunnar Olszewski, Carter Coughlin, well, then you throw in Singletary, right? You throw in Runyon, Illuminor, and then Burns. I mean, we spent well over like $55 million a season on those guys. And we only had about like $40 million in salary cap space. Let's see a spot check. What's it got us at here? We had 39.9 according to Spot Track. Now if you go to over the cap, they'll have something else. But we had like $40 million to spend, and we just spent $50 to $55 million a season on these three guys. So we'll have to wait and see. I mean, I think we've kind of blown our wad, if you know what I mean. As far as big time expenditures. So I think after this, we might be bringing in some guys. Bringing back like Kreider. Like we re-signed him. Sure, he's on the cheap. Maybe we bring back some other guys from last season. But I think we've kind of maybe blown our wad as far as big time free agents. Now the other thing too is that also is after this the beginning free agency, the frenzy, everything starts dying down. Then you start looking at who's left, and you might be able to find a bargain basement guy here or there. But tomorrow's another day. So we'll have to wait and see. So, guys, 57 minutes. Good talking to you guys. Jersey guy, Benny G-Man. Thanks, guys. Good talking to you. Yeah. Well, don't be strangers. I'm here almost every night, 10:30. So whoever spent any time listening to me live, thank you. Or if anybody's going to spend any time watching the replays, once again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. As always, you guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo! Oh, yeah. Eagles suck.